Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the fourth and final episode of Thousand Week Reich, at least in the Italian perspective. So, from the last episode, we know that Germany is basically having a rough time with the Allies, or shall I say, the Toronto Accord allies, while I'm free to basically, just conquer any nation. I wonder. Let's see how this will go. So I already have stable Montenegro as part of a focus tree already enacted, so maybe I think it's high time for me to also try to invade, let's say, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Yeah, I know. Italy becoming the bad boy of the Middle East. It's so funny, even I'm cringing at it. The two possible nations I can next conquer are Slovakia and Saudi Arabia to expand my alliance further, and also set up puppet governments. But first, let's see. Oh, Mario Raota falls ill? That's unfortunate. Both parties are still loyal, low chance of a coup. Economic liberalization, but we're still under economic recovery. I just hope it goes fast enough soon. You know what? Dang, the Soviet Union is getting back together really quick. Maybe while Germany's knocked down, I could take over its former puppet state, Slovakia. There we go. And now now we have Hungary on board, and Slovakia fell within just a matter of moments. Now this was a quick, easy war. The fate of Slovakia. Now officially becomes the state of Slovakia. You hear that, Saudi Arabia? You're next. Encourage tourism. The beauty of the Mediterranean is truly something that is hardly matched by anything else worldwide in the eyes of many. From the Rock of Gibraltar to the Suez, every last corner of this mighty sea holds indescribable beauty, and therefore potential profit that is to be made. If we were to build up vital tourism hotspots, we would be able to drastically increase the flow of said tourists into our country. That's not a bad idea, actually. Something to take in consideration. A country can't live off just its industry alone, it also needs tourism to survive. The Ground Council becomes less loyal. That's just great. Like I said, this Italian Empire state of a nation is just like a random balancing act. At least Montenegro has medium unrest, but Albania has high resistance. Altai has capitulated? These are crazy uncertain times indeed. And I'm making sure that the Italian Navy also has something to help deal with themselves with. Encourage tourism completed. Mare Nostrum. Our sea. And with Slovakia added recently into the pact, well, I really don't like the way how the Allies are going to be winning this war. They already liberated Berlin. And I don't think the two German factions from the Civil War are going to survive. Or even the said, well, I'm not going to say it because otherwise I don't want to say it. But you get the idea. Next up is Saudi Arabia's term. You hear that, Saudi Arabia? Italy's coming for you. Domestic opposition in northern Italy decrease. France strengthens links with Latin nations. Well, if France wants to strengthen links with the Latin nations, I don't see a problem with that at all. And Saudi Arabia just fell in one fell swoop in a day. The fate of Saudi Arabia. With Saudi Arabia under our control, questions regarding how to administrate this vast amount of land have been raised. Establish a friendly regime. Military occupation is just going to make it worse. The Italian Central Arabia. Align Hungary. Abdullah Aziz Al Saud is still the leader, basically. But look at this mighty fine Mediterranean pact. You hear that, Germany? Your secondary ally is basically gaining a one-up on you. And you're gonna be crushed into pieces. The next two countries I could have a fate with are Spain and also Turkey. I actually didn't want to go with Turkey earlier because I wanted to actually save that for a later time. But just in case, I have my armies on standby in Syria, Iraq, and Bulgaria, in case if the Turks get any funny ideas. Mare Nostrum, Italian tourism industry. Unrest in mainland Italy. Still a low chance of a coup. Appease the people. Talks with Hungary. If we are to expand our influence in Central Europe, we can begin to work with one of the major powers in that region, Hungary. A good first step would be a non-aggression pact as well as improvement of relations. Well, I mean, since I already have Hungary as my puppet, it's kind of funny, actually. They refuse, but they're still my puppet. Talks with the British. Let's see how they'll handle it. Or if they'll accept our offer. Oh, I have 3 military factories? Why didn't I know that? Well, the USSR finally declared war on the Russian Republic. I never saw that coming. Wartime strategic bomber. Maybe I should place some aircrafts. No. Oh, I have one wartime fighter already built? That's a shame. Umberto II. Information of the United Nations. Created from the ashes of the failed League of Nations after the defeat of Japan, the United Nations is an international organization aimed to act as a forum for international diplomacy. Talks with the British. Some in the party are proposing that to protect ourselves from the German threat, we should be opening talks with Britain. This could entirely be advantageous if they accept, but such a move of aligning with our former enemy could cause some resentment among the more fervent black shirts. Yeah, probably best not to. Alpine fortifications, 140 days? You gotta be kidding me. Oh well. Oof. Germany is really gonna get dismantled, isn't it? Alright, Turkey, now it's your turn to get dismantled. I ain't taking chances. And off to war. But Turkey's gonna capitulate anyway. And the Turkish government has surrendered. Take all the Turkish states. The fate of Turkey. Now we can install former military leader İsmet İnönü as a puppet leader. Great. Now the Mediterranean Union really controls the eastern part, except for Cyprus. But I really don't like this border of Turkey. It's disgusting. I need to change it. And there we go. Better. I like it better when Turkey is better as a whole, not like I get Anatolia. Umberto tours the empire. Has completed Look to the Empire. Oh, I didn't even finish that one yet. But the one thing I worry about is this one. Domestic affairs and... I'm worried that either one side will be the death of Italy. Well, when I mean one side is one will succeed as I play that leader, but then the other side will want to rebel. I'm not sure if the triumvirate would succeed. But as they say, fortune favors the bold. Maybe I'll send an attaché to Germany. And some Lend-Lease too. Besides, I want to see how Germany does in this war. Member of a German United Front. I don't get it. The German United Front against the Western Allies is basically almost a copy version of Asia from the Japanese with the Chinese United Front. A temporary alliance of German political factions. The United German Front seeks to defend Germany from external threats. I don't think Germany has much of a chance of existing anymore at this point. However, the Italian Empire does. And it'll be splendid. Let's see. I have good standing with these countries in Europe, mainly. Romania, the French state. I haven't even, like, given more relations with Spain. Relations with the Kingdom of Romania, Spanish state, and the USA. I can't even tell if it's just me or the fact that, yeah, Germany's a lost cause at this point. And I could have helped Hungary regain back northern Transylvania, if I could. Wait, why does my puppet kingdom of Egypt have this? That's funny. Darfur? I always wondered what it'd be like if Italy was also able to get the Western African Federation. Like, you just gobble up those entire lands. And I wonder... Great power designs, heavy plated, and reformed military system. Oh, so that means basically from the political power I could get Ciano as my successor. And this will be basically the last episode. Like I said, from Italy's perspective on things. Next video could be different with either any country like the UK's, the French state, Spain's, or the US, or any other country I would choose, really. And I'm just sitting here, seeing Germany's butt kicked across the border. Things aren't going well for Mr. Spear and the military, and the emergency Wehrmacht. Not that it doesn't really hold much weight, but the Allies are really kicking their butts. Minus the Soviets, since they're still busy trying to reunite their gosh darn country, for gosh sake. Ooh, what's this? An interesting development. UK recognizes the Delhi government. After talks with the Delhi government of the UK officially recognized the Indian Republic and its government as the sole legit nation and government on the Indian subcontinent. That's a big India with Bangladesh. I just hope they deal with their rivalry with Pakistan or Kashmir. Wait, hold on. Why is Kashmir independent? You know what? I'm not even gonna bother ask. Okay, now it's time for me to do the basically impossible, the domestic affairs. Italy is a divided nation. More specifically, the Party Nacional is divided. Balbo calls for resolve and steadfast to defend it in an ever-changing world, while Ciano calls for reform so that the party and its ideology may survive for the next generation. A choice must be made. A choice that shall change Italy for either better or for worse. What's this? Wow. Iran is getting some popular opposition. The Iranian nationalists, Democrats, and so have been banned and purged by the government, but resentment still continues. Opposition still remains strong, and legitimacy of Ashadam is being questioned as the days drag on. Wait. Openness and effective bureaucracy. External influence from either Toronto or the Germans. Yeah, I can see where they're coming from with that. Now I'm on good standing. Wait, what's this? The SB take over Greece? Okay. Okay, does this mean I have to reinvade Greece a second time? That's basically a rhetorical question, obviously. Now, time to kick Greece's butt again a second time. Again. The German Reich capitulated? Wow. The Greek War for Independence. Finally, the matter of Greece. Released a reorganized Hellenic state. There. That probably put the matter to bed. I am not letting my empire crumble. Hell hath no fury. The Italian government of Greece. The Phantom Governor General. Oh boy. This one's gonna be a difficult decision. Shall I almost choose Balbo or Ciano? Ah, the heck with it, I'll just choose Ciano. We shall loosen our censorship. Yeah, I know, this will have major repercussions down the line, but I don't care. Well, seems the last of Germany has just capitulated. As well, Mr. Ordenstadt there. Yep. The entirety of Germany has now been liberated by the Allies. Or the Toronto Accord Allies, I should say. And I still don't get why the USSR even has Kurzeme, which is supposed to be a province of Latvia. Oh, so this kind of influences me, huh? So this is influence. Hell hath no fury, and when one state decides to rise up against tyranny, someone will always look at how to stop its path. Greece got what it deserved with the idiotic uprising against our regime, and now it is time to know that we are not a force to be joked about. No one will be safe in Greece from now until a government reaches Greece. No one will be spared. The speech by Italian Minister of the Army. Anger is a powerful weapon. I'm basically dealing the same thing, political power gain and ideological drift. They have suffered enough. Reoccupying Greece again. Relaxing the grip. Hell Have No Fury and Organization X. What is that supposed to be? Reoccupying Greece again. This wastes our political power by negative 0.10. But our ideological drift goes by a minor plus 0.02%. Well, the only German country left standing is Mr. Ordenstats. But I really want to see his downfall. Because I know it'll affect me in the future. Yep, the capital was just taken. The government loosens censorship. Could this be the end of a totalitarian regime? Oh boy. Yep. All of Germany has just now surrendered. What will this mean for the future of Europe? And for the future of the Mediterranean Empire as well? Yep. The Toronto Accord rules Central Europe, but I think they're going to liberate the countries one by one again. I want to see how it goes. Wait, the People's Republic of Poland? Oh. The Czechs are back. The People's... Oh, Poland just turned Marxist-Leninist. Wow. I did not expect that. Yep, Poland, Czechoslovakia is back. The Mao-Gan Papers, a crisis between former allies. Swiss government restoration. Finally, the Federal Council is back. Even Belgium and the Netherlands are back on their home soil. The Great European Refugee Crisis. As the last remnants of a great German state has stamped out, or has been, those among its victims have survived and roam across the totally destroyed European continent. Millions of people have been displaced by years of continuous war. A Chinese-American Cold War? Again? Wow. Violence, brutality across the continent, in Central and Eastern Europe suffered caused by the Germans' crimes. Massive effort is underway for recently created international organizations. This is some harrowing times indeed. The German Federal Council. A new hope for Germany. Total disarmed the nation. Wow. The US declared war on the Republic of Slovenia. Wow, that's UN resolution on occupation of Germany. Hopefully they do a good job. Really, US? You really want to invade Slovenia? A country that's more than 1,000,000 times less your size. Oh boy. This is too funny. Oh well. Oh, here comes the biggest change of all. Demands from the United States. With the US and its allies victorious in Europe against Germany, they have sought to come with a settlement for us about the future of Southern Europe. With their dominant position in Central Europe, however, there is a more series of reasonable demands to allow us to keep our independence. Of these are the return of Savoy to France and territories taken from Switzerland, as well as the granted independence to our European client states, though they can remain aligned to us. These are obviously quite hard demands, but if we refuse, the US may well attack us. Well, if the US wants an attack on us, it's an attack we're gonna get. Let's see. Well, I mean, you know what? These demands are unacceptable. I am not going with this. If it's a war you want in the United States, it's a war you're gonna get. I refuse to accept those peaceful demands. Let's see how the US responds to that. Integration of the Libyan economy. Supply anti-German rebels. Wow. Wait, where is it? I can't find it. Oh, there it is. Support the People's Germany. Probably nothing to worry about. And besides, since I have good relations with the United States and they have a military dictatorship or something or whatever, they can't even attack me, even if they tried. All I can say is, now with Germany completely knocked down, the Italian Empire reigns supreme. But you know, maybe Germany surrenders. End of a dark era. End of a dark era indeed, but I hate all these domestic opposition increases. Trust the king. Approach the socialist. Though it may be difficult to stomach this, we have reached some kind of compromise with the socialists. We shall of course not relinquish our control to them in our government. That will be complete madness. But we can perhaps placate them in an offer they cannot refuse. You know what? I'm sick and tired of the Spanish. I should get them in the fold. and forget invasion barges. They'll just head on straight over to Madrid. But I still don't know how even the United States is still going to take over Slovenia. That's madness. And Spain has been dealt with. The fate of Spain. Set up a collaborationist government. The Mediterranean Pact grows again once more. Italy surrenders. What is this? Leaving the pen on the table and looking at the Greek members of government, came to sign the handover. The second Greek defeat. And now let someone say that we did not act rationally. Now? But you're still my Italian governant. Dissolution of the Iberian Pact. Heh. I'm feeling a bit more generous today. What's this? A new leader of a free world? Joseph W. Martin Jr. Oh, Joseph Warren Martin Jr. is elected the new president. That's surprising. You know what? I'm feeling more generous. Maybe Spain can reunite with Portugal like old times. I don't care about the trade. Let's do this. The Portuguese Republic has collapsed. This time, the Spanish state, let's see, they'll take all of Portugal. Wait, hold on. Reset. What's this? With the German regime destroyed, Germany has come under the direct occupation of the UN. While the nation is defeated, many fanatics fight on from the shadows, launching terrorist attacks and ambushes. For Germany to be pacified, large amount presence must be remained. The bulk of the UN occupation will be provided by the Major Toronto Accord. The other UN member states can also provide their own. Ooh, German resistance is currently high. The higher resistance of more frequently major TA members will get terrorism-related events. I wonder how that'll go, but I don't know why I even have to have this in my decisions and events. I don't even occupy Germany. That's stupid. Victoria Masaleta. The second Greek defeat. If it doesn't involve me at all, why would Germany even bother? Opening of Gottenland International Airport. You know what's funny? Mr. Reinhard, your homeland was destroyed. You can't go back to it. And that's the sad fact. The Mediterranean Pact grows very strong. Ooh, even Spain got this. Nice. Spain got Portugal's former territories, but I can't risk dealing with the TA. They're already in an alliance. The Greyskins? Ah, remove reoccupying Greece. But Greece is still my puppet. Pacification of Germany in the next 133 days. Yep, Joseph W. Martin Jr. is inaugurated. What a show. Anyway, I think I might have to stop this episode for now. I know I didn't get to who would be the successor for the Italian Empire, but just look at this mighty fine expansion. From Slovakia to even the Iberian Union of Spain to Turkey to even the Italian East Africa. It's a beauty. But anyway, I might try and do a bonus episode, or I might try to go down the successor tree for Ciano, but I'm not sure if I would. But anyway, hope you like the video, like, share, and subscribe with friends and family, and I'll see you guys and ladies and everyone else in between next time.